What's up, guys?
Heck of a night overall, especially for Brazil, right? I mean,
Yeah,
big
I agree.
win for that country. So, what were your thoughts overall on tonight?
What's that?
Just the overall thoughts on.
Yeah, listen, I think that I just ran into Teresa in the hall, and that's never fun. She's very upset, and she's 20 years old. She's got plenty of time. She won tonight. It's not like she lost. She won. Her stock goes up. She's a young kid. She's got nothing but time. I mean, I was telling you the guys the other day, talking about signing 23 and 24 years old, 24-year-old. She's 20. But yeah, it was a good night for Brazil. I agree. I'm excited to see what these two do. Gabriel's special. Ismail is super talented, durable, ton of fights. Yeah, I'm excited to see what these two do.
I was going to ask you if any of the three, because honestly, all three of the Brazilians looked like they could be contenders in their division. So, did
I agree.
Three impress you the most?
Yeah, I think that obviously Vitor, with the amount of muscle that he has, he's going to have conditioning problems. It's going to be interesting to see him get. But the same note too. These guys are under a lot of pressure here tonight. So he got this one under his belt, got this experience, got some good rounds in with a very tough guy who's 8-1, and yeah, he's going to have to work on the gas tank in that light heavyweight division in the UFC.
Unique situation with brothers as well. Just curious how you approach that as a promoter. Do you try to look at those guys as a package deal moving forward and try to sell them that way, or do you kind of let everybody have their own path?
I hadn't thought about it yet. I haven't thought about it yet. Obviously, I know they're both super marketable and very talented, but we'll see. But I'm sure, if you're them, they probably do train together and probably do want to fight together. And why not throw them on the same card?
And I was going to ask, is it automatic? Obviously, you're finally going back to Brazil for the first time in a long time. Do you get in the matchmaker's ears and say, let's put those guys on that card? Is that an automatic?
I don't know if it's an automatic. We'll see what they have planned, the fighters themselves. But yeah, I'm sure Sean and Mick would love to throw those two on the card in the Brazil if they're ready.
Did want to ask you about the Carl Williams decision. Is that just you getting soft in your old age here?
Yeah, probably. But what else could the kid do? What else could he do tonight? He out-wrestled an All-American wrestler. He moved up a weight class. He dominated. He took the fight on short notice, and he was a 2-1 underdog. How do you say no to that guy? How do you not give that guy an opportunity to fight?
Was it a tough call? Because we were kind of chatting back here. We thought, I wonder if they'll try to find him a spot on a contender series card, but there's only 3 left and they're full, right? So if you'd have had more cards, do you think you would have brought him back for the contender series?
No, I wouldn't have. The kid's 7-1. He's 32 years old. What's fair is let him heal up, give him a full camp, and give him a shot. Who knows? Maybe he wins in the UFC, maybe he doesn't. But it's hard to deny that he earned the shot tonight.
Did want to ask you, obviously, a big pay-per-view coming up this week. Wanted to get your excitement level on Nate Diaz, Khamzat Chimaev, the two gangsters going at it. What's your feel on that fight?
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. If I'm sure you guys feel it like I feel it. If you on social media or on the, this stuff's cracking. They're pulling big numbers right now, so I'm expecting good things this weekend.
We've seen footage of Khamzat at the PI, kind of stirring things up with Paulo Costa. Have you had any? We like that fire in him, right? But have you had any conversations with him? Maybe settle down at the PI?
No, guys, I don't do this. We're in the fight business. This stuff happens, and it's up to us to make sure that they don't fight at the PI. That's our job. So, fighters will be fighters, and those things are going to happen, and we'll deal with it.
Last thing for me, a lot of people are saying this is Nate Diaz's last fight in the UFC. Are you coming into this week feeling that's a certainty that this is the last time he'll compete for the UFC?
I don't know. I mean, Nate and I talked, and I said, listen, this kid came in on The Ultimate Fighter. He's fought in incredible wars for us, and, he's been a big part of this company for a very long time. And what more could I ask of Nate Diaz? If Nate's ready to make this his last fight, I wish him all the best in the world. And it's been fun. It's really been fun dealing with those two. At certain times it was whatever. But looking back, the Diaz brothers have been an absolute blast. They're legends in this sport. they're legends in this company, and these days come with all the guys, and if that's what Nate wants, then we wish him the best.
Dana, going off the back of that, Nate did an interview with ESPN earlier today, and he said that you guys have always got along, and there is some love for the UFC and for you. But he did say some years ago in a nightclub, you and him got into an argument, and it nearly got physical. Do you remember that?
Allegedly. Allegedly. We were drinking.
Was it that close or no?
Does anybody else have any other questions?
Going back to the PI with Khamzat and Paulo, I know you said, look, fighters are fighters, right? But have you guys ever had an incident there that's really come close to people throwing punches, or have you actually kind of got away with it?
With fighters?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we have, but guys cross each other's paths, and these things happen sometimes. That's the business that we're in, and I know that. At the PI, they're super sensitive to who's training where and who's doing what. But when you have a gym full of fighters that aren't from necessarily the same, I'm sure they even have that problem in same camps, But it happens. That's the business that we're in.
This is a big event on Saturday. I'm curious from a business perspective, at what point during the week do you start getting numbers where you realize, okay, we're trending in this direction? When do you start to feel how big this event really is?
Yeah, no, we feel it now. We've been talking about it since, the minute we started posting on Monday, it was a big event. The sellout streak will continue. The gate is probably going to come in north or right on 5 million, and we expect big pay-per-view numbers.
Last thing from me, there was footage of Mark Zuckerberg training mixed martial arts recently. I know you were meant to have a meeting with him. Is he getting in the octagon? Can we see him on Contender?
I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah, we met and we talked, and he loves the sport. He's very knowledgeable about the sport, and yeah.
Is there a deal to be done there some way in terms of your content on his platform?
We do. I'm pretty sure we do have, we do Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, but get him to do more.
Who knows? The rights are coming up. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Dana.
Yep.
I just have a quick question. Nate announced that he was going to be starting his own promotion. I'm just curious what you thought of that.
Nate did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome, yeah.
What kind of promoter do you think he'll be?
Listen, this isn't as easy as it looks. Lots of people have tried, but the more people that get into this sport, the more talent that's created. And hopefully I can just go every Tuesday, 52 weeks a year and do the Contender Series. So, like I said, I like Nate Diaz a lot. I obviously haven't seen his ESPN interview yet, but yeah, I wish him nothing but the best in whatever he does. If he goes and fights at another promotion, or if he starts another promotion, or whatever it is, I wish him the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Dana.
Hey.
You had a successful night at UFC Paris last weekend. I just wanted your thoughts on the event.
Yeah, it was incredible. The energy was probably as big and as badass as anything we've ever done. There was a lot of pent-up demand and frustration, in France, and you felt it on Saturday night. So they came out, and the one great thing the thing that I'm always proud of is when we go into a market like France and you see how educated the fans are. All these little, moves that happen on the ground and people are reacting to it. That's what I love.
Did you have the kind of same feeling you felt when you went to London this year about going to Paris?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a different vibe in Europe. You know what I mean? You guys know how good it is here, and then when you go to Europe, the fans are different than they are here. They sing, they chant. There's just a different type of buzz and energy. It's fun. And I tell people all the time, if you've never been to a fight in Europe, you got to go.
Is France going to be a yearly trip, or is that going to be kind of like maybe every 2 years?
Yeah, we got to figure out what's next, but you know how we like to do it. We like to move it around, so we'll probably do a different city, maybe a fight night or something in a different city, and then head out there with a big pay-per-view in Paris again.
I know matchmaking was today. Do you have an idea of...
We did not do matchmaking today. I had another meeting today that I had to not do matchmaking.
Do you have an idea of where you're going to go with the heavyweight division? There's so many questions about John Jones and Stipe and Francis, and Cyril Gane just looked great, and now he's going to be out for a couple of 5 months with a broken hand. Like, do you have an idea of?
No, those are all great questions. Those are all things that we have to figure out, but it's a very, very good problem to have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana, going back to Carl Williams, he was 30 pounds less than his heavyweight competitor tonight. When you guys bring him out, is that going to be at light heavyweight, or would you guys be willing to give him another heavyweight shot?
Yeah, no, he should fight at light heavyweight. You got away with this one tonight. You don't want to mess around with our heavyweight division if you're a light heavyweight.
And then when they were talking about Paris, one of the other guys, Vittori, and there, a lot of people were talking about Italy. Is Italy something that's on the radar for next year or sometime soon?
No, but I would love to do a fight in Italy. And I know, the Fertittas always wanted to do a fight in Italy when they were here. So, but yeah, Italy would be great.
And when you talk about Italy, is that like a Rome or nowhere else? I mean, what?
I don't
anywhere?
know. Capri, if I get to choose.
And then last one, Dustin Poirier's been tweeting a lot about MSG. Is that fight, and it's been sort of one of the rumors, Dustin and Chandler for MSG on that Adesanya Poirier. Is there a holdup on that, or is that going to happen for sure?
Yeah, I mean, if we get it done, we'll announce it. We don't have it done yet.
Gotcha. Thanks, Dana.
Thanks.
Yeah, hey Dana.
Hey.
You're a big sneaker guy.
Yeah.
I know you've done work with Jordan Diaz and the shoe surgeon. You got two of the biggest sneakerheads in the UFC fighting each other this weekend in D-Rod and Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's a performance of the night bonus between the two of them. Are they going to get maybe like a custom sneaker bonus as well?
Me and Kevin Holland are weird. We buy shoes for each other. So, yeah, he was with me when I went to the surgeon. So, no, but probably. I don't know. Yeah, I buy him shoes anyway. I always buy him shoes, and he just bought me some shoes that he's bringing me too.
And then Tony Ferguson, he's been doing a lot of work with King Callum Walsh. I know Callum Walsh is in town with his camp this weekend.
Right.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on them working together, and then Callum Walsh's upcoming fight in, I think, November.
Yeah, those guys are friends, and they get together and train. And Tony was at his last fight, and I'll be at his next fight. And Tony probably will too, which is coming up. You know the date on that, Lene? No? When? November 3rd. There we go. Yeah, he's fighting November 3rd. And we'll be there. Yeah, thanks. Good? Thank you, guys.